What's going on, traders? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Thank you guys again for joining us for another helpful video. So for today's video, there's going to be two parts. It's going to be one part for recognition, and it has to be to the enormous amount of profits that one of our traders made within our group chats. And his name is Jesse. He made a little bit over $17,000, almost $17,500. And Brad did an excellent job in his video congratulating him. Brad is the leader of the OTC stock group within TechBud Solutions. If you don't know what TechBud Solutions is, feel free to check it out. The link is down in the description and it says Facebook group. Feel free to join. You simply have to have a Facebook account to join. It is 100% for free, and we do this all for you for free. So I do want to give a shout out to Jesse for again locking in those huge profits and just leading by example on what hard work can actually be. Again, we're just here to spark that interest and to kind of manage the group, and that's going to kind of lead into the topic that we're going to be talking about. But I want to congratulate Jesse on his position that he took on OTTV. You guys should be able to see the thumbnail and the enormous amount of profit that he was able to make on that specific position. If you guys don't know what OTC stocks are, they're over-the-counter stocks. They're not tradable within the three big exchanges, but they are tradable. And if you want any more specific information, the group leader that we have is Brad, and he's the one that runs OTC stocks, and he's the one that manages that entire group. So if you guys feel free to join that specific subgroup within TechBud Solutions, and once you get accepted to the TechBud Solutions Discord group chat, it's just one of the subgroups that you can feel free to be a part of simply by clicking there and then reaching out to Brad. You guys could always tag him, and then he's one of the admins on that specific sub account. So the reason that I'm making this video is, first of all, I wanted to congratulate him, and then second of all, I wanted to congratulate Brad. So Brad, and like myself and like Connor leads the Momentum group chats. Connor does this all for free, Brad does this all for free, I do this all for free, and everything it is that we do it for free. We do it for the greater good of what it is that we think that we're doing. We're developing this platform, we're leading by example on what has led to our success, and we're just, talking about our best practices and talking about our mistakes and making sure that we provide a supportive environment for both new and experienced traders. It's grown to much more than that, as now we're expanding to multiple different markets aside from just the stock market, so that is something that we're working on. But one of the most amazing things is that I get to partner up with people like Brad and people like Connor that choose to lead these subgroups within TechBud Solutions, and the reason that they do it is because they have such a passion and they take so much reward and pride in the return that the members that they look over end up experiencing. And that's one of the coolest things. Brad, when he sees people that make enormous amounts of profits, that's great, but one of the things that he said that what he loves most about kind of leading the group, it's just the small little feedback that he gets from people kind of talking about look, when I originally started trading, I was experiencing a lot of red trades, but then because of the guidance of these group chats, because of the guidance of Connor, Brad, and myself, and the different videos that we create, guided them in the right direction, learned from our best practices, learned from our mistakes, and really started in locking in consistent profit. And that's the whole point of this. It's really exposing people on how we see success. It doesn't mean that you're going to see success in the same exact way, but taking different things from different people and what they're successful in and just building your own unique style. And that's what we're here to do. Leading off of that, there was this individual that was a part of the OTC stock group that used Brad as a scapegoat when it came down to her experiencing a loss on one of her positions. She didn't know what she was trading. She didn't understand for it to be a good buy, and she was trading based on someone else's opinion. One of the biggest things, those three rules are one of the biggest things that I talk about in every single video. I'm super repetitive when it comes to those three rules. Never trade based on anyone else's opinion, only invest in stocks you understand, and always have a plan on where to buy, where to sell, and where to cut your losses. Managing your risk, right? It only makes sense. But you would be so surprised. I've really never experienced someone have the audacity to reach out to me and be like, hey, I lost money because of you, because I make it very clear that I'm not here to tell you where to buy. I'm not here to tell you where to sell. If you are asking those questions, then you should not be investing in stocks just yet. I don't want to discourage anyone or subjugate anyone, but when it comes down to trying to use one of our group leaders that simply just manages the group and doesn't tell you anything about where to buy or where to sell, I don't understand what their whole mindset or where that was coming from. We do this just to provide a supportive environment. That's what we're here for. And then for you to have the audacity to make the statement that you lost money based on Brad's group chat because someone told you to buy, or someone said they bought in at a certain price, so you bought in, but you didn't understand anything about it. That's your job as an investor to make the decision and to see the value in the specific stock. But because you didn't do your DD, because you weren't able to identify potential, because you didn't have the knowledge to back up that trade, you ended up losing money, and instead of facing that, it was your fault because you made that trade based on no understanding, like 90% of the people that lose money, you make the decision to reach out to Brad and to use him as a scapegoat, and that, he's the reason that you lost money. I just don't understand that. We make that very clear in every single video. I know Connor does, I know Brad does, and I know every single member within our group, every time someone asks that question, hey, should I buy AMD at this price? Should I sell AMD at this price? If you're asking those questions, then you should not be trading, because we're not here to tell you where to buy. This is a networking platform. Therefore, you should at least have a general understanding on how to trade. And if you don't, there's nothing wrong with that. We have so many videos that we've made for free that can guide you in the right direction. And there's so many videos and content on YouTube and on Google that you can simply search to get a general understanding on what people do well and then what not to do. And that's one of the biggest things. That's one of the most common things to not do. Trade in what you don't understand or what you don't see value in, or based on someone else's opinion. I just don't understand. It was so frustrating. Like, Brad is a completely calm dude, and I'm extremely calm as well. But when I hear that a person can use an individual as a scapegoat when they were obviously the reason, like, Brad didn't tell you to buy. Brad didn't tell you where to sell. He didn't make you buy, he didn't make you sell. Like, we don't do that within TechBuds. We don't do that within any of our subgroups. So why make the claim that you lost money based on someone else's opinion? You lost money because you didn't understand what you were investing in. And just like everyone else that's watching this video, I'm sorry if this is sounding more like a roast, but it has to come down to, like, you guys understand that TechBud Solutions is not a platform like every other platform out there that tells you, where to buy, where to sell. We're not going to spoon feed you. We're here to provide you the general understanding of how to invest, and you branch off of that. All we want to do is gather motivated individuals that are willing to dedicate time, that want to be successful in a market, and that are willing to work for it. We're not going to be here to spoon feed you. We're not going to tell you where to buy. We're not going to tell you where to sell. This is a networking platform. You give me advice, I give you advice when it comes down to, like, what has led to your success and what has led to mine. What's been your mistake? What's been mine? Therefore, we have a better general understanding on how to be successful. And it's as simple as that. But when we have people that are here just to mimic our trades, people ask for a period of time, Ricky, why isn't that you're calling out where you're buying? Why isn't it that you're selling or calling out where you're selling? Because we have thousands of people that follow us, and people just mimic our trades. And people would use us as a scapegoat for the reason they lost money, which does not make any sense. I'm investing, and I wanted to share where I was buying and where I was selling, but I felt like, there was some form of setback, because every time I did, some newbie made the decision to buy where I bought and tried to sell where I sold. And I know how to cut my losses. I have a plan. I have an understanding of that specific trade. This newbie that just buys because I'm buying has no understanding, just that, Ricky's buying, so I'm going to buy as well. Guys, that's not how it works. If you want to be successful in the market, don't do what 90% of the people in the market do to lose money. They invest based on someone else's opinion. They invest by not knowing what they're investing in, and they don't have a plan. One of the 3 most important rules that I talk about every single video, every single time that I go live, every single time. And you can watch, like, every single video that I almost say it twice in a video, if that. And I can't stress that enough on how important that is. I want you guys all to be successful, but I only want those to be a part of our TechBud Solutions group that are willing to work for it. So for those that are asking, hey Ricky, all those frequently asked questions that you can find on Google that I've made, 415 videos about, all those frequently asked questions, do your work first and then come on over to the group and then start asking questions if you can't find anything. We're not here to spoon feed you. We're here to grow a community that's willing to work hard and see the return that they earned, not that they deserve or feel that they, should have. It's you earn it because of your hard work and because of what you're working for and because what you understand. You want to be the most knowledgeable in any market that you invest in. And if you have some form of just understanding that, like, you don't know what you're investing in, or you're just investing based on anyone else's opinion and you're just kind of hoping for the best, the stock market is not going to be a market for you. Being an entrepreneur is not going to be the market that you're going to want to, try to pursue. And the reason I say that is entrepreneurs are extremely motivated and they're, extremely creative. And if you don't have those, I don't want to say traits, then I don't know what it is that you want out of this group. We're not here to spoon feed you. We're not here to tell you what to do. And we're here to guide you in the right direction, but with your hard work. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out Brad's video, I am going to put his video down in the description, and I'm going to put his YouTube channel as well as Connor's down in the description. Connor is a momentum trader. Brad is an OTC stock trader, and we do an amazing job when it comes down to really providing a good quality environment and motivating one another to, be the best that we can be. And I think everyone else within their group chat, if you guys want to comment down below or give it a thumbs up, I think you guys can vouch for me when it comes down to we're really here for our people. We're making it accessible for everyone. And that's why it's so difficult, because we get so many people, because it is accessible for everyone. There's no real filter, that everyone just kind of, goes for it and tries to hope for the best without doing any real DD. I'm telling you, this is not a market that you get lucky on. This is not a market that you do very little work and try to see enormous reward. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort to try to get a general understanding on, although you might just be trading for 1 hour or 2 hours, there's like, 3 to 5 hours of back end work that you have to do, and studying charts and analyzing and identifying potential, and so much stuff that we don't talk about in the back end, because all you guys want to see is when we lock in profits. And understand that it's much more than that. If that's not a market that you want to get into, then I 100% understand, because 90% of people also don't want to get into this market because they lose money. But it's those 10 to 5% that see success in this market, that work hard and really do their own DD and really understand what they're investing in. And that's what I'm going to end it at. I want you guys to be successful in everything it is that you guys pursue. And it doesn't matter if you're investing in the stock market or investing in real estate. You want to be the most knowledgeable you can be in every single market, regardless of what people tell you. There's always potential in every market, regardless of what it is. Regardless if it's diluted, regardless if there's like, no competition, there's always potential. But it just comes down to you identifying that potential and seeing if it's worth your time. And if it is, set up a plan on how you're going to be successful, manage your risk, and then go for it. Don't use other people as scapegoats because you didn't do your own DD and, actually dedicate time to become knowledgeable, and you just went for it and hope for the best. We're not here to spoon feed you. We're here to guide you in the right direction with your hard work. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. I hope you guys are pumped for this upcoming week. I'm sorry that this video sounded more like a roast. I saw my roommate kind of like cracking up in the back. We're really here to motivate you and to expose you to new opportunity, but only opportunity that you see value in. And if you don't know how to identify opportunity or don't know how to identify potential, then dedicate more time to learn how that gets done. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Again, Brad's group is going to be down below. I'd suggest for you to subscribe to him and to Connor's YouTube channel as well. If you guys would like to be a part of TechBud Solutions, the link is going to be down below. Again, it is a free Facebook group. And if you want to jump on one-to-one consultation calls with me, they are now available, and the link is down below. And most importantly, guys, continue working hard, continue doing what it is that you guys love, and let your passion be expressed by your hard work. Like always, guys, I like to make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care.